So today we got a little bit of information and some surprises across the Call of Duty world. From a surprise event here happening within Vanguard to some information as to some of the big questions with Season 1. Today we're breaking down what we learned and what you need to know. So that said, as we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think of the upcoming Season 1 content and also rank shift coming to Vanguard, and also then that meaning for Warzone, Black Ops Cold War, and Modern Warfare? And perhaps what are you most excited for here out of the next week of coming content? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts down below. But if you enjoy the video, do me a favor, drop a like on the video. Let's aim for 2,000 on this. And of course, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing. We're getting all things Vanguard, all things Warzone. Season 1 is right around the corner, so with nearly 70% of viewers not subscribed, if you'd like to help us out on that road to 500,000 while also staying up to date with absolutely everything you need to know, I'd love to have you in the community. That said, let's jump right into it. So today was filled with a handful of different surprises across the Call of Duty world. The first of which being, though, that Sledgehammer did us a pretty big solid if you're a grindy or somebody who's trying to get everything ready for the Warzone integration coming as of next week. Firstly, they dropped a surprise double XP event, though not for your overall rank, but instead the more so important things here as we gear up towards Season 1, I think. That being your double weapon XP and your double battle pass XP. So for those that want to play around, grind out any weapons you may have remaining that you need to get to max level, or at least somewhat close to max level, so you get a handful of different decent attachments once the Warzone integration takes place, now is as best the time to do so. We've put up a couple of guides here on the best ways to rank up your weapon. It really comes down to what you feel the most value in, truthfully. Zombies is a great way to do it if you're just trying to get some quick exponential growth on your weapon XP when double XP is active here, but also whenever you just play regular modes, it still helps out tremendously. Also, just really what you want to feel more comfortable with. Zombies gets really tedious, really monotonous, so it's not necessarily my cup of tea for long term, but it's a nice little way to, in a couple of minutes, boost maybe say your first dozen or so weapon levels so you can jump into MP with some attachments. The double battle pass XP absolutely is also something that is beneficial if you have not completed your 100 tier battle pass from Season 6 into the preseason here within Vanguard. Vanguard progresses that battle pass, so it's a great way to do that as well. You can do that now so you don't miss out on anything in regards to seasonal offerings for what was on offer for Black Ops Cold War and Warzone, leading then into Vanguard's first battle pass coming next week. But that was not something that was announced beforehand at all. It was just kind of hot dropped and a nice little surprise here for the weekend. So if you guys have the opportunity to grind out this weekend, make sure you take advantage of that. But what I also wanted to talk about was some information that recently came out about the new upcoming rank shift for Vanguard Season 1, and then also then across the past couple of titles. We know that we'll see this happen within Vanguard for sure, that new seasonal prestige system being introduced with Season 1. I'd honestly wager that what we see right now going up to level 1000, every 50 levels you got a new sort of prestige icon that came along with that. I kind of think that's the majority of this year's prestige icons that we're seeing beforehand inadvertently. I don't think that's actually supposed to show up because as you see that our rank is sort of air quote locked at prestige 3. But while we have that coming for the new season, we also have synchronization coming across the board for all players. So Vanguard, Warzone, Black Ops Cold War, and Modern Warfare will all share the same rank, and no matter what game you play, it will progress your level across your overall rank and your battle pass rank, giving you that ability to earn in any of the games you prefer out of the now 3-year offering across 4 titles. That fundamentally is really cool to me. I know that that might not be what everyone wants to see in the same sort of fashion where everything resets, but cross progression like that and the constant ability to earn is definitely nice, and that sort of removal of the barrier to many that would have to progress things in a game they may not necessarily enjoy. That's something that I think is a nice positive change, something that allows us to progress however we want. That was kind of me last year. I didn't find Black Ops Cold War, that MP experience, to be my favorite, so I just played everything in Warzone and was still able to earn absolutely everything. So cool to see that continue on here for another year in a sense, but what then happens to the prestiges that you earned in Cold War? I mean, whether it be in Modern Warfare, Warzone, or Black Ops Cold War, you worked hard at the better part of 27 prestiges to max out through last year, so where are those going? Well, it actually turns out we got that answered for us, for the most part, today. Treyarch ended up taking to Twitter and giving us a little bit of a thread that detailed a little bit of everything here, while also reserving some information for the Season 1 launch coming as of next week. But they firstly started by stating that this will restart you at your military ranks or your prestige marker that you left off on. So for example, if you've reached level 15 of the preseason post-military ranks, you'll then be set back down to prestige 1 level 1. Say then in the preseason you got to 63. That would then reset you down to prestige 2 because the check mark of 2 is level 50. And then anything at 100 or above where that's currently visibly capped. That will then set you back down to Prestige 3, Level 1 to start at the start of Season 1. So then 50 will then be Prestige 4, 100 will be Prestige 5, 150 will be Prestige 6, 200 Prestige 7, and then 201 and up will be Prestige Master, with seemingly that ability to go to level 1000 each season once again. As always with Cold War stuff, every single 50 levels earns you a new prestige key, tier skip, and emblem and sticker for the corresponding prestige you hit. Now, that's for Cold War in particular, though I would be very curious to see if we see something like the prestige shop come back within Vanguard. I thought that was a really cool and unique feature within Cold War, so I would not be opposed to seeing that return here within Vanguard, but we've no information on that. But what happens with the Cold War stuff is what actually gets interesting, and sort of then also continuing on into the Warzone side of things as well. This is where on the Cold War side we'll see a lifetime prestige system introduced. This new system is described as memorializing your total prestiges earned across previous seasons, stating that they're adding more prestige master ribbons to the 6 currently available, and I'd wager that kind of just shows up on the progression portion of the barracks, but we can't know that just for sure yet. But what is really cool is that the ribbon discussion around that, if you're like me and the lack of seeing 1 or 2 prestige master ribbons kind of irks you, you didn't quite get to 200 in 1 or 2 seasons, whatever the case may be, you can actually now do that because you can go back then and earn those rewards for the prestige master sort of ribbon on the overall season. Their example they gave was if you didn't hit 200 in season 4, you can do that again now, which kind of feel personally attacked because I did not reach 200 in season 4. But that's a really cool feature, I think, here that will allow you to make up some ground. Outside of Cold War in particular, Warzone will have that new legacy subsection of the barracks and progression where the Warzone side of things will be showcased, as well as allowing you to revisit your old accomplishments. Now, I still do really think that it'd be really cool if they pulled what I think it was Modern Warfare 3, where you had each prestige of your past Call of Duty games on your sort of player card in game. That was something that at the time showed up via Elite, so with everything now being linked together of the last 3 years via Call of Duty account, that'd be pretty easy to set up, so I would be absolutely all for that being introduced, but that might be a little bit too wishful thinking. But Cold War, there will be a lifetime prestige section, and Warzone will have a legacy section within the barracks and the progression that comes along with that. Now, Cold War specific again, every single prestige icon will actually also be available in the prestige shop, immediately unlockable for those who completed them up to whatever prestige you ended up hitting, all the way up to max of 27. What's also cool is that if you'd like to reset your icon to whatever you want, whether it be those Black Ops Cold War specific prestige icons or the ones that were available in the prestige shop, like I had the Blackout prestige icons for a while, you no longer will have to reset those every single season. All you have to do is hit Prestige Master once to unlock it, and you can keep that and change it as long as you'd like. Additionally, another cool thing is that now looking backwards, every single season of challenges is now also going to be unlocked once season 1 kicks off. So if you missed a few levels and you couldn't unlock challenges for seasonal challenges, you can now, meaning that if you didn't hit Prestige Master and you had maybe 3 challenges just still locked up that you couldn't actually even view, those were hidden so you couldn't progress them, but now you'll be able to and be able to get those completion rewards for each individual season, which is honestly pretty cool. So that is kind of how we're seeing the rank shift happen here, where Vanguard's going to take precedent, but you're going to have a lot to do still in previous Call of Duty games moving in the future, and also now immediately with Black Ops Cold War. So I think that's a pretty cool way to do that. It's not an ideal system no matter what, but I like this to perhaps some of the other alternatives that there could have been out there. Now, finally, I want to talk to you guys quickly about a new teaser for Warzone, because we ended up seeing that it seems like now on a daily we're going to be getting some teasers showcasing some of the new map of Caldera. Raven ended up quote tweeting a Call of Duty postcard about the Pacific here, in which we ended up getting our first look at Airfield, really, where it shows off a little bit of the point of interest here. We end up seeing some hangars, we end up seeing a main terminal, we see a sort of ATC building, which does look like it has a couple of more points of entry than the ATC or air traffic control building we saw in Verdansk, which is definitely nice. A bunch of different areas that does have some closer quarters fights while also having the ability for long range engagements as well. Honestly, I'm really excited for Caldera and what we have here. I'm just excited to be able to learn a new world, a new map here, because again, as I've talked about, everything within the last year and 8 months, 9 months, it's kind of been all the same. There really hasn't been too much a learning curve, so I'm excited to be able to jump in and immerse myself here with something brand new. So that said, we're probably going to be getting another one of these either right before or right after this video goes live, so make sure you stick it around the Call of Duty socials as well if you guys want to see those first and foremost. But anyways, that I think is where we're going to call it. Before we wrap everything up, though, again, make sure you check out my friends over at Gamer Advantage running a 10% off site-wide discount, but with code Espresso, it nets you 20% off your entire order, which is a phenomenal deal here with this. If you guys are at all interested in investing in your eye health, combating the effects of blue light with their glasses, they are the best on the market. Lightweight, durable, and incredibly comfortable here. If you're investing in something as important as your vision health, definitely check these guys out. Way more worthwhile than just, say, the $15 pair you can get off Amazon. As I've said before, man, just fine doesn't cut it when you're considering the long-term effects here of this. So check those out. Link in the description below if you guys are at all interested. But wrapping things up, let me know your thoughts down below. Are you guys interested in seeing what this rank shift holds here for all of us? What this may mean for some new things coming within Season 1? Are you looking forward to the next teaser for Caldera and Warzone? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts down below. But if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on the video. And of course, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Vanguard, all things Warzone, and of course, Season 1. We have a lot of stuff up on deck, so make sure you stick it here and you don't miss a single thing. That said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.